Combo Couch, Pasta Jardula, activist Melissa Michelson from Fuel to Burn, Democratic Club over here in San Gabriel. We are here live at the protest in Pasadena. We're going to have a lot of caravanners today for that social distance. As you can see, it is jammed on up. What do we got over there? Some racial justice? Let's go! Let me hear it. So here we are. They're hanging out flags. They're hanging out signs. Sign of solidarity. How you doing? There we are. There's a long ass line, ladies and gentlemen. Who's that? Hey, what's going on? We saw some activist friends over here. Who we got?
Hi.
Chris.
Hi, Karen.
Karen, why are you guys out here today?
Solidarity. Yeah, we're here with Black Lives Matter. We want to be part of it and like show solidarity.
Awesome.
Yeah, for sure.
So we're gonna go look and see what's going on, and then I think from here, then we're gonna caravan down there.
It's a driving protest.
Yeah, it is. It is. It's a long line out here, ladies and gentlemen. Hey guys, got justice for Floyd, justice for George Floyd. How you doing out there today, guys? Thank you guys so much. Come on, let's make some horn noise. What's going on, my friend? Good to see ya. How's everything, man? Yeah, out here today, huh? Protesting. Good to see you, my friend. Pretty good. A lot of activists here in their cars. We're gonna get closer to the crowd. See what's going on. It's on the main street. It's like a jam up. Asians for Black Lives Matter. Give us some horn. Thank you. You can see this long ass line, ladies and gentlemen. It goes all the way back, all around the corner. I don't know if a lot of people just weren't counting on this and everybody's in a traffic jam, but we see a lot of signs, a lot of things going on. How you doing? All right. Front of the line, here we can go. How you doing? How you doing, Mr. Marmol?
I'm good.
How's everything?
Everything's all right.
When are you guys getting back in chambers so we can sit up there in that crowd and ask you some questions?
Well, you can ask questions now, but
Yeah.
in terms of having people in the building, we're trying to figure that out. I mean, we can't let the big crowd in, so I don't know.
Well, how do you guys plan to do with an election coming up right now, coming out of COVID-19? Are there any things in play as far as how they're going to vote?
It's an all-mail election, so it's all going to be done in the next 3 months.
It's all by mail, right?
Yep, it's all by mail.
So when it was the last time somebody has to register to get that mail-in ballot to vote for either Gordo or Tornik?
That is an excellent question.
Yes.
I don't have the answer.
Oh,
Check the city clerk's website for the answer.
all right. How's our stance, Mr. Marmol, on marijuana as far as coming to Pasadena? This was kind of a rocky situation with the laws changing and whatnot.
Our voters twice voted in favor of it.
Yes.
So it's coming, and we're working through the process that the voters approved. We've already issued 2 conditional use permits for 2 operators to open their stores.
Okay. Are those corporate canvases or are those the individuals who had stores before who really kind of set in or close with the community? Because we kind of got a sense that the Pasadena City Council was a little bit kind of anti-marijuana coming in, the way the language was put forth in the paper between you and kind of Gordo, that we don't want it by schools or churches, whatnot.
Very restricted.
Okay.
We understand, the council understood that the community wants it available,
Yes.
but the community voted on all those restrictions.
Yes.
So the community also said we don't want it near churches, we don't want it near schools, so we want to allow it, but only really in the business district.
Okay, but what about as far as, and I'm sorry for pressure, I know we're here for different things, and thank you for taking my questions. By the way, I'm from the Combo Couch. It's an independent media group. We live right here in Pasadena. We show up at the council. I've spoke several times. So thank you for answering these questions. I didn't expect to see you today. The one last concern I have, and I'll let you go after this, Councilman Marmol. You're City Manager Marmol. You're like a council member to most. What about the tactics used by the police? Since we're here about police brutality and everything like that, the squad cars going down the road, the Humvees after the Golden State Collective, I believe.
We don't own any Humvees.
You had armored vehicles. We have it all on tape. We have everything there. It was
We
two.
have one vehicle called a Bearcat that we use sometimes.
Yes.
When you have a hostage situation. Or
Yes, this was a medical marijuana situation, and there was almost 14 almost SWAT-style officers there. That was my biggest concern. That's my biggest criticism.
It wasn't the federal agency.
I'm positive it was you guys. We're pretty positive. Are we? And I understand there's a need for security here in Pasadena and stuff, but what can we do as citizens to be assured that the police department won't overstep their boundaries when all the funding for everything they get kind of goes through you? What can you do or say to that?
Well, so under Chief Perez in particular, we've really been revamping our approach to training. We have implicit bias training. We have de-escalation training. We've reduced our use of force by 50%. In some cases, other types of force is down 70%. We really are reinvigorating our community policing. I don't really know about the incident you're talking about, but if we had that many people there was a valid reason for it.
Okay. Well, that's a fair answer. Thank you so much for taking the questions. City Planner Marmol, right?
You give me every job I'm the councilman on the plan.
I know. Well, thank you for taking the questions. I know you didn't count on somebody just showing up and asking these things, but
It happens all the time.
it does. Let me give you my card just so you know who I am.
I think we've spoken before.
Well, you see me at the city council a couple times, whatnot, and thank you for addressing my concerns. I'll have more coming your way, but you seem like you'll be ready for them, City Planner.
I do my best.
Thank you, Mr. Marmol. So that was City Planner Marmol. Met him plenty of times in city council. Didn't really count on seeing him today. Didn't want to press him too hard. I think he was really fair. I think he didn't have to answer my questions, but he chose to. We're here for a different reason. But there's a lot of questions going on. Look at this, the chief. The chief is out there doing work. This is Pasadena. That's the chief right there. Chief is doing work. We got questions for him. We'll get him later on. There's some people protesting.
Like for a parade.
Thank you for joining us here today. Convo Couch. You can see they're directed some traffic. Stuff's going on. We talked with the city planner, Mr. Marmol. All the money goes through him. We asked him about the election. We asked him about his stance on medical marijuana. He answered. It's a great turnout for this protest today. Black Lives Matter. We have a great protest today. A lot of people on out. Yeah, they are. They're making U-turns. The caravan of cars. City Planner Marmol, the actual chief. Don't know if I'll be able to ask him some questions today. Ask him where he stands on the situation with George Gase. I went through the Pasadena courts. That was a Kamala Harris case. We were talking about it one time. So funny, now we ask him about how he feels about George Floyd. We understand he wasn't there, but maybe he can answer some questions. But that is actually the chief of police. And I'd like to get his stance. Judge and jury's not out on this gentleman yet. He's brand new. He took on over. I was there the day he was anointed the chief. He got the job. Served him several times when I worked in a local restaurant called The Arbor. Seems like a pretty straight guy. At least he doesn't run from me. He's the guy who was there on his lunch date with him doesn't like me because I was asking him too many questions. I'm sitting there selling him some pasta, and I'm asking him about the last chief and what happened with the situation with the Golden State dispensary, which was a dispensary, and we made a video on it. It was kind of raided SWAT style by Pasadena. He also took over a very serious case too, where a young man was beaten, followed by Pasadena police into Altadena, and it broke his leg. It was pretty bad. So, but here we are. Clearing traffic. There's City Planner Marmol. Didn't plan on seeing these gentlemen out here today. It's kind of cool that they're here. Not say that I'm completely on their side. I think you know how I feel about the institution, about policemen, LA Police Department, all that shit. But this is a local city guy. This guy's the new guy who took over. I also spoke to him about Villanueva. I'd like to get his stance and see how he feels. You know? Ask him about George Floyd. He is the chief of Pasadena. Here we are! Let's go. Chief. Me? I'm good. I want to ask you questions later.
You guys go, when you're ready, go on ahead. You're good, man.
Ready to go?
All right, so that's what's going on. Got a ton of cars here. Justice for George Floyd, first degree Chauvin. You get them out here. Everybody joined it today. It was pretty cool. Hey, Chris! There we are. All these cars. Man, it was pretty good turnout here. A lot of big, you know what I'm saying? Social distancing. These cars knew they was here today. This ain't nobody stuck in traffic. Here they are. Yeah! Here we go! Chief, how do you feel about the whole George Floyd situation? What happened?
It's awful. There's not a police officer or a chief in this country that thinks that's okay. None of that. It's horrible. We shouldn't stand for it. The training, the culture of policing, we're doing our best right now to change it. I know in this town we're doing a great job. So are many other police departments. So when people speak like this and want change, we have to give it to them. So we have to get that done.
Gotcha.
We're gonna have these cars going straight.
Your mic?
No, it's not.
Not mic time?
Nah. It's working like this. I'm gonna go without it. Maybe later on we do like a.
I hear some chanting over there. Those are my pets.
By the way, that was the chief of police, Pasadena. He took over under some serious, crazy circumstances. A lot of shit going on. Controversy in the last chief. It was just nuts. Talking about confiscating guns and all this other bullshit and using them. So I was there. The chief got sworn in for city council. And as you can see, his opinion on George George Floyd. It's just, it's awful, you know. And I've had many conversations with this man. The judge and jury, it's not out yet. I think we're going to hold scrutiny to all our chiefs out there, and likely we should. And that's a man who says he's up for that challenge. When I told him that, and his sentiment is still the same today. So we'll see. But once again, we love what he's got to say. That's Chief of Police, not backing down, taking questions on the street. Back to the rally. Ha! Oh, we're going down here. There's something going on. Here we are. So why are you guys out here today? Tell us.
We're out here to fight for George Floyd. This is awful. It has to stop. We have great cops. We have to get rid of the bad ones. And even the officers know they don't want the bad ones in there. So we're here to fight for the rights of all black people. And, I think our message is clear.
You know what? What you just said is just the same thing that the chief of police who's up there directing traffic said.
Yep.
He is against what these cops did, and he thinks it's awful, and we got to fight, for the good cops that are out here.
Right. We love our cops. That's
Yep.
love our cops.
I got you. I hear you. But what do you think we can do?
We're here for
Oh, I think we've been showing them with these protests and people showing up for them today. I think we're really showing a sign of solidarity that against anybody we don't tolerate this behavior.
We have to get it changed. We have to get the bad guys out.
I hear you. What do you think we can do to change it systemically, though? What's the problem where we can spend more money for the police department to set the ship straight?
I think we have to go to the police stations that have gotten it right and take that training and go to other ones, because I think it's not universal around the country, and that's the problem.
I hear you.
They need to, there's too many cops that they allow to keep being on the force when they've made mistakes and they've been violent. And they need to stop that. There needs to be a system where they get rid of those cops right away because they know who they are.
Yeah.
And we need to know why they're there. Are the unions keeping them there, or the higher-ups keeping them? Whoever's keeping them there needs to go.
Absolutely. So what's your name?
Kaylee Clowney.
Kaylee Clowney, fighting for accountability, justice for George Gage. Let me hear you guys. Convo couch, going to the next person. You can see China's solidarity out here. How we doing? Oh, how you doing? How we doing today? Latinos for Black Lives Matter. Why are you out here today?
We're really overwhelmed right now by the response, and we grew up in this community, and most of our childhood was just black and brown, so seeing, like,
Yes.
I was just talking about it with her. It means more than, I hope people understand
Yes.
how much it means to
You know what? I'm so glad I talked to you. I'm so sorry to interrupt you, but I'm so glad I talked to you, because that needs to be recognized, not because we deserve a cookie or something, that we have to come together and go after our common enemy and stop the system of oppression of black and brown people, because
the conversations that are happening. It's actually
it's happening.
something.
We're here. This is history. Ladies, thank you so much. My blessings. You got it. Thank you. Ooh, sorry. Yes, guys. Black Lives Matter. You see what I'm saying? That's the...
Backup for a little while.
That's the... what's that?
I'll be your backup. For
There
a
you
little while.
go.
Then we should head in our cars.
All right, we'll make a left and go around.
Sure, sounds good.
Everybody, a great protest. It's here, ladies and gentlemen, that last car. Latino women of color overwhelmed and very much welcoming in the love and the support for the white people that are here in this movement, showing that we can all stand together to fight oppression. We can all stand together as long as we know who our common enemy is. It's the system. Because after they've locked up all the poor black and brown people, they're going to lock up all the poor white people, and don't forget about that. We have to stand together. Beautiful. Great protest. Great protest. There she is. Here we are. A good protest, a solid protest out here with Melissa Michelson. Activists out here. We met him, we saw him. Talked to the chief of police. Talked to the city planner. How we doing? Old people, young people, white people, dark people, everybody's out here joining together. Fight against these racial injustices. There you go. There you go. There you go. Awesome. Breathing is a human right. Huh? There you go. Sorry.
Wait, we gotta go all the way down there. It's kind of far.
Where?
But now we're stuck. Where's the end of the block?
Right up there.
All right.
I can see the green sign. There you go! Here it is, ladies and gentlemen. Wow.
All the way down there.
Yeah, I know, right?
Insane. That's insane.
All right. So, here's Melissa with me. Melissa, what'd you think? Were you surprised that so many people?
Yes. This is exciting. Really excited.
It was a pretty good
a lot
rally,
of people were patient. Frankly, I don't know if I could be that patient in a car, but they're patient and honking and putting out their signs, putting their fists up, putting little fingers up. This is a great show of solidarity here in Pasadena.
Yeah. You know, even the sign of the chief.
Right.
I wanted to know if the chief would kneel with me. I should have done that. Chief, let's take a knee. See if you do it with me. Oh man, we should go back there.
Okay, but we're going to the next place though.
Where's the next place?
City Hall.
Oh, City Hall. There's one in City Hall?
Yep. We're
All right.
on City Hall now.
So we're
Pasadena style.
Pasadena style. City Hall, we're going there. Convo Couch, Pasta Jardula, Melissa Michelson. We're on the way, protests. The fam is out. They're going to Mayor Garcetti's house for the protest to talk about the people's budget. Spending all that money on the LA Police Department is unwise, it is foolish, and it's not justice. We'll see you soon. Sounding off. How do I turn this off? How you doing?
How's it going?
Good.